Good morning, everybody. 9:30 on this Victory Monday. It is still 10 degrees out there. I thought it would warm up a little bit by now, Patrick. By warming up, I mean tacking on a couple degrees, hoping to get to 20.
No, we're still at the bottom of this journey today, temperature-wise.
Yeah.
And we're not going to rebound very much at all. It's going to be like 20.
Oh, you have some company up there on the roof. I'm just noticing.
Yeah, Axel's here.
Who named him Axel?
Don't know.
We have to get to the bottom of this.
Don't know.
I think Mike Tamil in my ear probably knows because he does all the decorating.
Axel was named many years ago, and we just don't have a clue why. There's got to be a reason. I don't think it's a Guns N' Roses thing. But it's just a strange name because other than Axl Rose, I've never heard of an Axel.
I know. And I really need to get. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll find out. I'll ask the tough questions, figure out how this happened, and whether we could change his name.
There we go. But you know,
Can we just call him Josh?
Right. He's been a state. Well, he was here before Josh.
That's true.
So you know, we can't. I guess you can rename him, but you know, when you're named that name, Axel, you got to stick with it and lean into it.
Okay.
That's his name. All right. Good morning, Melissa. It is cold up here, and it's going to be a cold Arctic day. And I think more of these could be coming up by the weekend, by the way, as we begin to warm it up a little bit, though, before then. There is today sunshine, right around 20, light wind, so there's not much of a wind chill. Wind, though, will become more of a thing. A breeze tomorrow, then maybe windy on Wednesday with some rain and snow. So here's how this afternoon looks, right around 20 degrees under mostly sunny skies, some high clouds increasing. Tomorrow morning, again, we're gonna see those frigid numbers, single digits to low teens tomorrow. There's the afternoon snow, temperature still in the 20s and low 30s. The next system on Wednesday, though, will come with a mix of rain and snow. Here is future look. There is the dry weather for tomorrow morning. There comes the snow as we head into the afternoon, maybe an inch or two. And then Wednesday, another system comes through, drags in some warmer air. It will be breezy with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s with some snow and rain, and then 20s with some snow showers, Melissa, Thursday and Friday. And then maybe some lake effect snow over the weekend. Axel, do you have anything to say about this? Or are you just going to be the quiet introvert that you've been for so long? I guess so. Anyway, he'll chime in at some point, I know.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe he will. By the way, that weather on Wednesday, that 37 rain snow mix, that's just like the worst that it could possibly be.
This is glorious. There is nothing much to say about Wednesday weather-wise. You got that? Yeah.
All right.
Pretty rough.
We'll be ready for it.
Okay.
Patrick, thank you. 9:03 now on Daybreak. Into the news this morning. A Buffalo man is facing charges in North Tonawanda. Police say that his two dogs attacked a woman outside of North Tonawanda City Hall. They also say this is at least the third time that his dogs have attacked someone. And the most recent incident, it happened almost 3 weeks ago on November 18th. We're just learning about it now. The victim suffered serious cuts and had to be taken to the hospital. The SPCA now has custody of the dogs. The owner, 48-year-old Derek Roseborough, is charged with assault himself, as well as reckless endangerment and city ordinance violations. He was released with an appearance ticket. We are continuing to follow community efforts to help the family who lost two children in a house fire on French Street. The family also lost all of their belongings in the fire, and we're told that the home will be torn down today. The flames started accidentally from a space heater, according to authorities. Over the weekend, just a couple doors down from where that fire happened, a donation drive was held, and organizers were asking for new clothing, gift cards, and toys to help the family.
Being over here my whole life, it's like family. Whether you're just moving in or been here for a few years, they were like family to us.
I've actually lived in there with my father, lived there for a while. So I know the rooms, I know how it's structured, and it just sucks that it's gone, and let alone losing two lives during the process. It just makes it even worse.
And we also have an update from the family. We're told by a family member that the mother is still in the hospital fighting for her life, and one of the children hospitalized has made some progress. The family member says the father and the two other children have been released from the hospital. And developing now, some letter carriers in Western New York are facing a problem. They tell 2 on Your Side that criminals are now targeting their arrow keys. and they're concerned for their safety. Those are the keys that give them access to the blue mailboxes and other places where the mail is stored. We spoke with David Grosskopf over the weekend. He's the president of the National Association of Letter Carriers Branch Number 3. Grosskopf tells us that since November, his letter carriers have been assaulted, robbed, and threatened at gunpoint, all while doing their daily duties. He says 4 incidents have happened in Buffalo and another in Niagara Falls, and he's fed up with the letter carriers not being protected.
We don't have any protection out there. We don't carry anything on our persons other than that scanner, those keys, the satchel, and the dog spray. You know, and when you're approached, you know, with a firearm or you're approached by multiple individuals, you're a sitting duck out there as a USPS letter carrier.
Now, according to government officials, there was a bill that was introduced in the House in February. It is the Protect Our Letter Carriers Act, and the proposal includes taking several steps to better protect letter carriers, like providing high security collection boxes and replacing the older versions of a mailbox key with an electronic one. In just 2 hours from now, a downtown project years in the making will come to fruition with the official opening of the DL&W train station. The landmark station has been restored while still preserving its history. The terminal itself is still a work in progress. Daybreak's Natalie Foss joins us live from the DL&W with more details, and also speaking live with an NFTA representative this morning. Natalie, what's going on?
Oh yeah, Melissa, well, I've been here all morning and finally the NFTA has joined me. The station will be opening this morning and I'm here with Kelly, who handles all things ceremonial. There's going to be a big ceremony as the first train comes into the station. This has been a long time coming, right?
Yes, it's been a very, very long time coming, and that's why as soon as we finished, phase 1 of this multi-phase project, we wanted to celebrate. We wanted to get people in here as soon as possible. There's been so much wonderful work going on that it's just, this is the time to celebrate, even though it's cold.
And this is just phase 1. Talk a little bit about some of the other phases of the project, as obviously there's work going on behind us right now.
Exactly. So there is still work being done as we speak. That is work that is going to be done on that upper level. So we have this stair tower that's being worked on right now, as you can see right there. We also are going to have a bridge that is connected to the Keep Bank Center, so you can have that codeless connection when we have events. So again, lots of stuff going on, but we are still working.
And that'll be a huge pull for you guys, especially because there's not a lot of parking downtown and definitely not a lot of free parking. So you talk a little bit about how that will be able to kind of bring more people down into the city too.
We're so grateful that we were able to kind of fund this project. So many thanks to all of our local delegates, because that is what's important, right? We want everybody to be able to access this, not just people with cars. We want everybody to be able to come down from, everywhere, all around the city, to see the beautiful things that are happening on Canal Side.
And I know lots of work's going up into the upper level and lots of work is continuing to be done. Do you guys have a timeline, or is it just a little bit of fluid right now as work is getting done for the upper floor opening?
Yeah, so it just depends on, exactly what's getting done, because we expect for this to be done sometime in the summer of next year. So that's when we're hoping that everything's going to get kicked off is next summer.
And that'll bring a lot more people downtown too, right?
Oh yeah, again, and the more people that we get down the Canal Side, the better. There's so many things going on. The city is really waking up, so we're just happy to be a part of that.
Kelly Katee from the NFTA, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning in the cold and very early this morning. We really appreciate you. Melissa, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit when their ceremonial train ride comes through and that station opens up.
Yeah, again, we expect the Metro Rail to be there at 11 a.m. and then it will follow the traditional Metro Rail schedule that we've got for, every day, and weekend schedule's different. But yeah, certainly it'll be a big improvement to be able to get off and on the Metro Rail right from Canal Side and from Key Bank Center. And good to know that timeline a little bit more for next summer, for hopefully when they'll open that walkway and possibly get more done with the second floor. All right, Natalie, thank you for that live report this morning. Well, they're asking for donations to help make sure that kids across Western New York have gifts to open on Christmas morning. This program serves babies through teenagers and inside Santa's workshop. At Catholic Charities, they've already started receiving toys and supplies. It's all for the Western New York Holiday Toy Partnership. And the senior director of Catholic Charities says that they try to help hundreds of children each year.
The joy that I have seen on the families' faces, and the relief that there's a little help for them to bring some joy to their kids.
And you can drop off donations at several locations, including Catholic Charities' office on Delaware Avenue. We've got a list of donation sites on our website. And if you'd like to make a request to accept some toys into your family, you have until Wednesday to do it. You can go on to their Washington Street. You can go to their Washington Street location, that is, or call their office to see if your family is eligible. And be sure to stay with us. We've got a lot more Daybreak, and of course, we'll talk the Bills. The victory yesterday and looking ahead to the Patriots on Sunday. We'll have more on that coming up. Welcome back. When all hope seemed to be lost, the Bills pulled off another wild comeback, beating the Bengals 39-34. A critical win, one that seemed unlikely until the fourth quarter. We spoke with NFL insider Vic Carucci during Daybreak about the dramatic victory.
Yeah, Josh doing Josh things. You know, it was interesting after the game, Sean McDermott talking about how anxious a lot of us are to get into the new stadium, right? The new Highmark. But he said, let's not hurry that too much. And he referenced the fact that, you know, those seats that are being planned to be sold in the current one before it's demolished have a lot of memories. A lot of people who sat in those generations, going back, as he mentioned, to the Jim Kelly years and all the amazing things that happened then. And now the Josh Allen years. And what we saw yesterday against the Bengals, absolutely an instant classic.
Yeah, and as great as Josh looked on the offensive side of the ball, Vic, the defense was Swiss cheese through the whole first half. They got all the game-changing plays. There were two of them. But short of those game-changing plays, it was not an impressive defensive performance at all.
It was not. And again, Josh Allen saves the day with the work that he did, including that record 40-yard touchdown run. But defensively, when you give up 10 of 12 third down conversions, that's an ugly stat. Shaq Thompson talked about that after the game. And then it all kind of changed, right? You get to the fourth quarter and 21 points in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, obviously, but triggered by the way the defense played and that Christian Benford play where he's blitzing and he wasn't even, I mean, he wasn't supposed to even do what he did. He thought it was just playing the run. He wasn't anticipating that Joe Burrow would throw. And as he said, his technique is supposed to be stay on your feet. While he left his feet to make that incredible interception and then go 63 yards for the touchdown and was nervous that Jamar Chase, the very fast receiver for the Bengals, was going to catch him. So he kind of cranked it up to go a little bit faster.
Yeah, lots of nervous moments in the game, for sure. Vic, if the Bills have any chance of winning the division now, we have to look ahead to Sunday and get a win in Foxborough. The Pats have won 10 straight games. So how do you like the matchup for the Bills right now, Vic?
I like the matchup a lot. You know, they really... by all rights, had them beaten when they played them in prime time at Highmark Stadium early in the season. And it was 3 turnovers, right? It was a game where the Bills, once again, made their path to victory difficult. In this case, they couldn't overcome it and lost. So I think they match up really well. And the division is still something you could say is a possibility for them to win that 6th straight division championship, but I'm not counting on that, even if they go there and win. What they need to be focused on is get that next win, and it might only just take one more to secure a playoff spot and then just get into the postseason, because once you're there, it really doesn't matter if you're the division champs. Once you're in, and you can go from there.
Yeah, and Vic, the one thing that sticks in my head is it's tough to win 11 games in a row in this league. So I think from that perspective, I think the Bills are primed to knock them off. Yeah,
I think the odds in many ways can kind of favor a team. how long can you continue that streak? Look, the Pats are good. I just don't know if they're great, and I think they're probably ahead of schedule as a young quarterback and a team with a new head coach and Mike Vrabel, a new but familiar guy. They're really good, but I don't think that when it comes right down to it, especially in the postseason, if they're going to be the match for the Bills. I think the Bills have as good a chance as any of the teams in the tournament. And one of the teams that is likely not to be there, we saw that last night, the Kansas City Chiefs.
How about that? Yeah, the Chiefs with about a 15% chance of making the playoffs now. And with the Bills' victory yesterday, they looks like they solidified their road with 97% chance of making the playoffs if all goes well. So
get the Chiefs and Bengals out and things look pretty nice.
Yeah. Vic, thanks so much again for your time this morning. And remember, as we turn the page to the Patriots, you can catch Vic on Sports Talk Live tonight at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 2. Vic, thank you. What are your thoughts about Sunday?
I agree with what Pete said. It's hard for a team to win 11 in a row. They have had a very easy schedule.
Right.
Right. And
they went from worst to first.
Right.
And that's what happens. The way that the NFL makes the schedule is the worst teams in the division get the easiest schedule. So are the Patriots really that good? Can both things be true, that they really are a good team now and they had a bad schedule, and that's why
I don't think Drake May is a fluke. I think he's really a good player, but it's hard to imagine.
But is it the coach? Because Elliot told me yesterday, my 11-year-old said to me, well, they had Drake May last year and they weren't that great. Yeah, and so is it because the coach made so many incredible changes?
I don't know. It's just hard to believe. How does a second-year player lose to Josh Allen? But they beat us here. They beat us
by 3 points.
Yeah, and you got to look at the quarter. We've beaten Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, obviously
Joe
Burrow, but we lost to Michael Penix.
Right.
We lost to
Tua.
Tua. No, we didn't. Oh, we did lose to Tua.
Yeah.
And then who? Atlanta's quarterback.
And we lost to the Texans.
They're pretty good. Their defense is amazing. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
Oh, the Falcons.
The Falcons.
Was that Penix? Yeah.
Penix. I don't know. I think it says something if we do lose to them. It's like, ooh, I don't know. Yeah. I like them. I think we're gonna.
So I was the NFL came out with the AFC playoff picture. Mm-hmm. We actually have a higher percentage chance of making the Super Bowl than the Patriots.
Really?
So we're at 16%. The Patriots are at 15%.
The Bills have been a Super Bowl favorite all year, even when they were not playing well. It's interesting.
Yeah, so AFC playoff picture, Bills have a 97% chance of making that.
Right.
Chiefs?
What is it now?
15%.
It's unbelievable. Do you remember at the beginning of the season, the Chiefs are back.
I know.
They're back. And it just hasn't.
I know. It was kind of fun to watch.
It kind of was, but.
Anyway.
Okay. And now Miami's playing really well,
Yeah.
Just things have changed.
Bills only have a 19% chance, though, of winning the division, with the Patriots at 81%.
What?
And then
81?
81% of winning the division.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So let's see if that changes if the Bills beat the Patriots on Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Only got 6 days to wait for it.
It's a 1 o'clock game, though, right?
Yes.
Good.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, we want to celebrate this Western New York couple who went home with more than just a Bills win yesterday. This video was sent into our newsroom from Eric Crumpton. It's of a surprise engagement on the field at Highmark Stadium right after yesterday's Bills game, and she said yes at the 50-yard line. Congrats to the happy couple. It's Lisa Walters and Rocco Biccelli. They're from Great Valley, and their first date was actually at the Bills game on December 1st. 2024, so just a little over a year ago.
That ramped up quickly. That's
escalated quickly.
Awesome. Congratulations to them. That's awesome.
Bills fans for life, and hopefully a long, happy life together. That's awesome. Congratulations to the happy couple. Something also really sweet that we saw during yesterday's game was Josh wearing another custom hat, a New Era hat that was designed by a child that was treated at Oshai Children's Hospital. The latest gear made by 3-year-old Ruby, who's been diagnosed with Weaver syndrome, which is a genetic condition that causes developmental delays. That hat, he wore it in the tunnel, he wore it during the press conference, it's autographed by him. And this hat has raised the most money so far. It's still up for auction for another full day and 10 hours, but it's already up to $19,000. All of the funds will go to the Patricia Allen Fund. Previously, his first hat had the highest auction total, and that went for just over 17. So this one is at 19,000, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with ESPN having a 6-minute story yesterday that ran on the air about Josh Allen and the hat and his illustration and talking to the kids that went that designed the hats. And Josh got really emotional during the interview too about how much it meant to him to be able to give back and this partnership with Oshai. And so to have that attention on ESPN might have gotten some national attention about something that we see every week with him wearing these hats in the tunnel.
That is very cool.
Adam Schefter also retweeted or tweeted it out, the hat and the link. And
okay.
everything.
Oh, the link to the ESPN story? Okay.
The link to the auction page.
Oh, to the auction.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it's really amazing that all of this money is staying right here at Oshai Children's Hospital. So Josh Allen doing great things on the field and off the field too.
We haven't really seen much of Haley.
No.
That's okay. That's fine. I like that. I kind of.
Yeah. She doesn't need the attention, I guess, here at home.
Right,
but
right. I guess maybe I want to see her.
Right.
Just to see how they're.
And can she latch onto a charity here? Can she use her name and her likeness and her celebrity to do something good for Buffalo?
And it's okay that you haven't. It's just interested. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, hey, Food to Families Drive was on Friday, and that was a really great morning. I was out there with Kevin all morning long, then you went out there for midday at 11. We had Scott and Mary Ellis, and who else was out there in the evening? Dan Weatherman.
Was Dan out there?
Yeah, Dan was out there.
Okay.
Yeah, and so anyway, thanks to all of you. Feed More Western New York raised more than $126,000 through our Food to Families food drive. As for the food itself, that's still being tallied up and measured. Feed More unloaded a lot of the food into the warehouse on Saturday morning. They've counted tens of thousands of pounds of food so far, but that number likely will climb.
It really positions us to be able to continue to serve our community members throughout the holiday season and into the new year. It also helps us spread awareness about how prevalent food insecurity is right here in our own backyard. Last year, we served nearly 166,000 individuals throughout all of our programs and services.
And another way that you can still support our neighbors is through TOPS's Little Brown Bags of Hope campaign. By donating just $5, $10, or $20 at the register, you can provide nutritious, non-perishable food to local families. Each bag is distributed to hunger relief organizations across Western New York. The Little Brown Bags of Hope are on sale now through Christmas Eve. One of the numbers that was most staggering to me was that 166,000 people that are helped by Feed More this past year. That number has doubled since 2021.
Wow.
So in the past 4 years, the number of people that are being helped by Feed More Western New York has doubled. It increased 15% since last year. So that just shows that, while we are continuing to help families in need, the need is continuing to grow here in Western New York.
Right.
So it was really incredible to see your generosity, and we really appreciate it, showing why we are the city of good neighbors. By the way, if you can't donate food or if you can't donate money, you can volunteer, and they're really in need of volunteers for their home delivered meals program. That's Meals on Wheels. It used to be called that. Now it's home delivered meals. You can volunteer as much or as little as you can afford your time throughout the month or throughout a week. And it's not just delivering meals to homebound seniors and elderly and those who are not able to leave their homes, but it's about the interaction, checking on these seniors and the homebound residents in Western New York, and giving them a little bit of conversation and camaraderie and friendship. And so that really makes a difference. And Feed More is really in need of volunteers. So you can reach out to them if you'd like to donate. And that's also something really nice you can do with your kids.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we did that with the city mission. and delivered meals on Thanksgiving with the kids. And we had the kids, go up, ring the doorbell with them. But, it was a very good experience for them.
Right, showing them how, a friendly smile and a little bit of interaction can really make that person's day.
Right.
And so that's something to keep in mind if you're looking for something to do this holiday season and throughout the year, because the need is great year round. Okay, finally.
On the other end of the spectrum.
Powerball, it's up to $875 million. No ticket matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's drawing. No, the numbers were 13, 14, 26, 28, and 44. The red Powerball was 7. This is now the 7th largest Powerball jackpot in history, and the next drawing is tonight. I won't play unless it's up to $1 billion.
That's
the cutoff now, right?
It's a waste of my time until.
Who needs $875 million?
I'll listen to you when it's $1 billion.
Would you do the lump sum or the cash payout over the course of a lifetime?
I would take the lump and then invest it, because then you can watch it grow. But do you really need anything to grow? Watch it grow. Watch $1 billion grow.
I just picture you as Scrooge McDuck or whatever the guy swimming in the cash. Anyway, bye everybody.